Good morning. I'm Chief Billy Church with the Johnson City Police Department. On this 26th day of January, I'm announcing a region-wide effort to improve safety on Interstate 26. The people you see behind me are representatives from state and local law enforcement agencies and governments. We are joining forces for a safer 26 and 24, as you can see our logo. Since 2022, nearly 800 crashes have been reported in Johnson City on Interstate 26. Sadly, 9 people have lost their lives. The community wants and deserves a safer I-26, and that's what we're working to provide. Each day, an estimated 70,000 vehicles travel through Johnson City on I-26. Due to increased risk associated with such a high traffic volume, we are launching this multi-jurisdictional campaign to raise awareness, educate drivers, and ultimately save lives. Following too closely, speeding, distracted, or impaired driving are top causes of the 779 crashes reported from 2022 until now. These are driving behaviors that everyone has the ability to change. Each of us can make a conscious decision to practice safe driving habits. Law enforcement teams will be highly visible on Interstate 26 across Northeast Tennessee, watching for offenders. This is not a campaign to write citations. It's a campaign to help ensure the well-being of our residents and to help save lives. A safer 26 and 24 is now underway. The campaign is ongoing. I'll give you an example. Just this morning, if you came on 26, you probably saw a lot of THP units and also Johnson City Police Department. They've made, so far this morning in a 4-hour period, approximately 30 traffic stops. They've gotten people stopped at speeds of 96 mile an hour, 97 mile an hour, and all those in 65 mile an hour zones, 86 and a 60. And those are just a few examples of what they dealt with this morning. So it's really working already in just a few hours with teams. So we're not going to put an end date on this public safety initiative. We're joining forces to change dangerous driving habits and to reduce crashes on I-26. However, we cannot do this alone. Sergeant Matt Blankenship with the Tennessee Highway Patrol joins us now to reveal how the public can help make a safer 26 and 24 a success. Sergeant Blankenship.
Thank you, Chief. As the Chief said, I am Sergeant Matt Blankenship, Tennessee Highway Patrol. I'm the Administrative Sergeant for the Fall Branch District and also serve as one of the District Public Information Officers. We're partnering with the Johnson City Police Department and other local agencies to provide the citizens and visitors of Northeast Tennessee with a safer Interstate 26 in 2024. Our slogan is, of course, a safer 26 in 24. We'll be accomplishing this through proactive traffic enforcement with these local agencies, high visibility on the I-26 corridor, and utilization of message boards and signage provided by the Tennessee Department of Transportation. We're also asking the motoring public to assist in this effort by monitoring your speed, taking your time, being patient, sharing the roads, and being respectful with other motorists. Please do not text and drive or have any other distractions inside your vehicle. Distracted driving is, of course, a big contributor of crashes statewide. Another point we would like to address is the move-over law. Since there are going to be more traffic stops taking place on I-26, it's a good time to remind motorists that you should always move over to the adjacent lane if possible. Now, with the heavy traffic volume on I-26, this is not always easy. What you can do, as read in the law, is slow down to a reduced speed and proceed in your lane with caution. Oftentimes, drivers are so anxious and conditioned to move over to that adjacent lane that it causes additional issues. Just know that you are well within the law if you need to proceed in your correct lane or in your continuous lane at a slower speed. On behalf of Fall Branch Captain Kevin Kimbrough and the entire Tennessee Highway Patrol, we look forward to a successful partnership with the motoring public and these 5 local agencies. And now I'd like to introduce Mr. Armando Fontes, who is the East Tennessee Law Enforcement Liaison for the Tennessee Highway Safety Office.
Well, good morning. It's so good to be here this morning to be able to stand with some great colleagues and individuals that truly care about making a difference in their communities. On behalf of the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, Director Buddy Lewis, it is an honor to be here this morning to support Chief Church and his staff, along with all of these other administrators who are putting officers out on the roadways to make a difference. Chief Church, he has a genuine desire to save lives. That's his desire. He wants to reduce crashes, and he wants to make all roadways safer for both motorists and for pedestrians. His actions today are a clear example of his concern to protect his fellow citizens. You've heard the statistics, you have heard the concerns, you've heard the community issues that he's trying to work and to address, which is a monumental task. To make Johnson City roadways a safer place to travel for everyone, it truly requires many different initiatives. Enforcement helps. It helps a lot. Officer presence makes a big difference, having these officers out in the community and the roadways. Educating has shown to be good results. But the one thing that surpasses each and every one of these strategies is personal accountability on behalf of the motorists. A community's greatest asset is truly its citizens, and the Johnson City Police Department's greatest asset is its citizens. And so driving is a privilege. Getting a driver's license is a privilege, and for young teenage drivers, it's an awesome accomplishment that provides a sense of freedom and independence. To drive a vehicle in our country is not a right. It is a privilege. And a privilege that should be accompanied by personal accountability as well as personal responsibility. To truly change a community and to make it a safer place for everyone, it requires a community to come together. All of us, we have rights, but what is most important is our responsibility. That's what I teach my children. We have rights, but our responsibility should surpass those rights. Responsible drivers, courteous drivers, patient drivers, and accountable drivers make our roadways a safer place for everyone. I want to encourage the citizens of Johnson City to step up. Think about how your actions on the roadway are affecting another motorist. Think about these teenagers that are out driving on the roadways and these new drivers that are driving on the roadways. Ask yourself, does exceeding the speed limit really save you time and help you to get to your location much quickly? The reality is it does not. And there's been scientific studies to show that driving at excessive speeds simply saves seconds, not minutes and not a lot of time. The greater the speed, the more likelihood of a serious crash or death, and we have a responsibility together to look out for the best interest of not only ourselves, but also for other motorists. Excessive speeds are not worth the lives that you endanger. Give you an example, a light-duty vehicle driving 30 miles per hour, it requires 106 feet of stopping distance. If you take that and go up to 50 miles an hour, it's 220 feet of stopping distance. And so one of the things the chief mentioned here was following too close. That creates a lot of horrible crashes that results in fatalities because people are just tailgating and following too close. And so we've got to pay more attention about our driving behaviors. I want to remind you that change safety starts with a personal commitment on behalf of its citizens. I want to remind you that encouragement is contagious, and our young drivers need examples on the roadways. They need to see us not partaking in dangerous driving habits such as texting and driving, speeding, tailgating, not wearing your seatbelts, putting on your makeup, driving aggressively, which some of us have made some of these mistakes, but we should learn from our mistakes and not do those things. That's a distraction. And remember, a simple one text generally takes 5 seconds to do, and that's you're traveling a long distance, and which can result in a horrific crash. So it's time for us to wake up, it's time for us to step up, and it's time for us to save lives together by making a personal commitment and to do better as motorists. I want to thank you for the opportunity to be here. I thank Chief Church and all the administrative heads that are here, the sheriffs and the chiefs that are here, and I am so thankful that you have not only the City of Johnson City, but you have other agencies that have come together to support this initiative that will continue for the days to come. Thank you.
To introduce State Representative Mr. Tim Hicks. He's going to speak to you, and then Mr. Hicks, it's an honor to have you.
Thank you so much. And Chairman Hawk and I and the entire Northeast Tennessee delegation of legislators really want to thank Johnson City Police Department, THP, TDOT. TDOT has done a lot of work in this. And, you know, it's a big initiative, and we really thank everybody for coming together for this. You know, the best I can go back and figure, I was about 10 years old whenever this interstate was opened up. So I've pretty much been able to drive this interstate my entire life. And over, that period of time, I think all of us have enjoyed actually a lot of freedoms on that interstate. Not much traffic. We sort of was able to do a little bit of what we wanted to, and we've all gotten used to that is what's happened. And over the last, 3 to 5 years, we've had a tremendous amount of growth. And a lot of this growth is all the way from Kingsport to Johnson City. But a lot of it is around the Gray and Boones Creek and State of Franklin exits. And if you'll notice, that's where a lot of the issues are. And I'd just like to sort of go back, and think about, we've got to realize who is in the car in front of us, who is in the car behind us, and who is in the car that's trying to get on these busy intersections. It's our fathers, it's our mothers, it's our kids. A lot of it is moms taking kids to school. I mean, these are important people. Every life is so precious. And I think that we really need to, not think about ourselves as much, but really, truly think about the other folks that are in these cars. Some of these speeds that people are getting caught out is just unbelievable. So I appreciate this initiative. I thank you for everything that you're doing. And I look forward, I drove up here on 26 and I've seen a difference. And I think if we can just keep that going and everybody be very mindful of the other person, then everything will work out a whole lot better. So I thank you. Thank you for giving me the time to speak.